Good morning, everybody. All of you are so damn pretty. April has her calm glasses on. You earned it.
Just
Hi, everybody.
When I worked out, what was my favorite body part to work out? I did not have a favorite body part to work out. I didn't favorite my body parts. Delt was my favorite body part to work out. What are you talking about, man?
I gotta do my boxing tonight. The guys are getting better. The guys I'm coaching up, one of them won their first fight, so he and I now have officially the same amount of wins, which is great.
And he's only half your age, the lucky fuck.
Right? I think I'm 1-1 and he's 1-1. So
I did all exercises. I did the curls, right? I did the bench press, squats. I did I'm trying to remember exactly which ones I did and which ones I didn't do. I did a ton. I did a ton of different exercises back then, actually. Oh, the one where you bend over and you just have the one arm coming up like this and you alternate. I did those. I did a whole bunch of exercises. Because I told you, my dad, in the basement of our house, he had a whole weight set. And he had all these posters of exercises and things. So I just basically did those based on, he showed me the basics. And I would just basically do that stuff. And I buffed up like crazy.
But I got to step up with him because he's getting better, which is good. And there's two other guys that I got. The problem is when you have a couple, like I probably do about 10 rounds in a row with probably 8 different sparring partners, guys that are coming up and different levels of their progression.
No exaggeration. I had no muscles at all when I was in high school. I was just like a string bean. Zero muscles. This arm, I know you laugh like, oh, you don't have a big muscle now, right? I don't have a big muscle now. But you see the muscle I have? I had nothing. This was like a twig, like zero muscle to my arm at all in high school. And then when I worked out, I ended up getting muscle. And I kind of retained some of that over the years. I still have the little muscle I have is because I worked out. And it's good that I kind of kept it because, like I said, I was so effing skinny in high school. And then after that, I buffed up.
And the problem is like shifting gears in between rounds. That's tricky. So like you got a guy who's really, really good. And you're like, okay, we're gonna like go. Like we're gonna have a good hard sparring round.
And then you got to slow it down for the next guy.
And then the next guy comes in, and the other coach who's on the outside coaching him goes, like 20 seconds into the round, as I'm still, in the mode of the one I did before. He's like, Aaron, he's only been here a month and he's 17 years old. I'm like, oh shit, I'm sorry. Like in the middle of a round, I go, I'm sorry, I apologize, my bad.
I was working out, hardcore for like 1 to 2 years in the early 2000s.
False.
Yes, I experienced physical bullying and intimidation when I was in high school, constantly. And I said, man, maybe if I actually worked out and started buffing up and I could defend myself, then people wouldn't bully me around. And that's when I started buffing up, and I gained, no exaggeration, I probably gained like 20 pounds of muscle just by working out. I was a super skinny dude. Did working out end up making a difference with bullies? Yeah. Like, again, this was my early 2000s. So, I was in my like late teens, early 20s. I went from being the guy who was bullied in school to the guy who was bullied in school. For me, anyway, when I got into exercise, once you get past the hurdle of making it a regular part of your schedule and the initial weeks to months of it kind of being painful because you're not used to doing it, once you get past that and it becomes a regular part of everything, it's actually good to do. It's fun to do. Most people they're lazy, complacent. They're not used to exercise. A lot of people can't get past that initial hurdle, right? Like right now, I know if I had time to get into a regular workout routine, I would very enjoy it. I know I would. I've done it times in my life. I actually really like working out. It's fun.
One Chevrolet JB says, you haven't won. You missed the big announcement. I did. If you go on USA Boxing, they did tabulate the scores of my second fight wrong. And if you go on USA Boxing, it is listed as a split decision win and not a split decision loss. So I am officially a 1-1 fighter, which means I got to do it again, right? I need another fight. I need a fight. I've never been sharper than I am now.
Look,
which is what every fighter says before he gets his head knocked off, but still.
Do whatever you have to do, right? But don't take this fight.
Alec91, 16 months as a member, said, what was your PRs for bench squats, deadlifts? I don't know. I have to keep explaining. I weightlifted in the early 2000s, about 20 years ago. I don't have records. I have no recollection of any of the weights or reps or anything that I did 20 years ago. I have absolutely no fucking clue. I did not record that. I never fathomed, all right, that in the early 2000s, when I was in my early 20s, now I'm in my 40s, when I was in my early 20s, that 20 years later, there would be a stream of 400 people sitting here on a phantom site that didn't exist yet called YouTube, who would ask me my statistics for when I was working out back then. Also, if you want to know the truth, I don't see the point in recording and bragging about that shit. It's supposed to be your personal goals, your personal growth, your personal, you know? It's not about, oh, I gotta fucking share that with people on the internet to brag about it. I think that's silly.
I've always said. Yeah, I mean, look, look, if you don't think that fat fuck desperately needs me, you're out of your mind, and it's an honor to me each and every time that we say absolutely nothing and he loses his mind. It's fantastic. So, obviously, playing right into our hands once again. He is still obsessed with the fact that we've told people the deal on his excuses on that boxing match thing. He's obsessed. He does not like when he isn't in control of the narrative. And now everyone's kind of seen like, yeah, Aaron's given him like 500 different scenarios where if this fight he wants, where it could take place.
Yeah.
And he still is doing nothing about it. Hasn't talked to me, hasn't reached out to me, nothing. And he's like making video after video after video. It's like, dude, you're panicking. Fucking relax. It's the internet. Stop taking this stupid gay shit so seriously.
I think it'll be like bell ring, ding, bing, ding, ring over.
Like, it would be a minute of my life. It would be over very easily. I did. I mean, I go, you come to sparring night on Thursday. When the sparring's over, I'll give you $300 and send you on your way. You have your 2 airplane seats. Best of luck to you. Won't do it. And then when people come back to him and go, oh, I didn't realize, when I get out of your bubble that I find out you're a lying, scared, projecting piece of shit, that he makes 5 or 6 videos in a row. He's kind of like that Eric July guy. It's like, dude, just walk away from this one. It's bad for you. Like, you look like a fat idiot.
Hell yeah, I'm on a sick one.